Okay.
Okay, welcome to this evening's Committee of Adjustment for the Town of Greater Napanee, originally scheduled for July the 20th, but being held because a power outage, now being held July the 26th at 6:45. I will call the meeting to order. I need an adoption of the agenda as presented, please. Moved by Councillor Pennell, seconded by Councillor Richardson. Comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion? Motion is carried. Thank you. Any disclosure of pecuniary interest and the general nature thereof? Seeing none, I would take a motion for the adoption of the minutes for a Committee of Adjustment dated June 22nd be received as and adopted as presented. Deputy Mayor Kaiser, Councillor Norrie, all in favor of that motion? Motion is carried. Thank you. Land severance applications. Land severance application PLCON 2020-251. J. Millikin, 3227 Switzerville Road, legal description, part lot 20, concession 6, North Fredericksburgh. Michael, anything that you would like to speak to on this before? And as usual with virtual meetings, Michael, have we had anyone who was asked to come in and speak to this for or against?
No, Your Worship. Nobody has requested to speak for or against. Staff did have some inquiries from the public regarding the nature of the applications, but there were no requests to submit comments or speak at the meeting from members of the public.
Okay, I'll let you speak to the application then, please, Michael.
Thank you, Your Worship. The application before the committee is essentially to restore former lot fabric prior to an inadvertent merger that occurred after the death of a family member. The land is currently in the estate of Mr. Gerald Haycock and is being handled by the executrix. And the intent here is really just to put back what was. There were two abutting lands that unfortunately merged through the death of Mr. Haycock. And the application is to restore exactly what that lot fabric was prior to his passing, unfortunately.
Thank you, Michael. Any questions or comments from Michael? If not, you do have a recommendation before you that we receive for information the technical report regarding land severance application PLCON 2020-051, and further that the application be approved subject to the conditions which are contained within your agenda. Moved by Councillor Pennell, seconded by Councillor Richardson. Further comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion? Opposed? Motion is carried. Thank you. Land severance application PLCOR 2021-042 B. McCaugherty, 1737 County Road 9, legal description, part lot 20, concession 6, North Fredericksburgh. Michael, anything you wish to point out to the committee on this?
Thank you, Your Worship. The Conservation Authority has reviewed the application and has identified an unidentified wetland on the property and a watercourse traversing the southerly portion of the property. The Conservation Authority is requesting that we defer the application to the following meeting just to provide them a little bit more time to review the proposal in light of the unidentified wetland and the watercourse. They have noted that any future entrances to the property may be problematic due to the watercourse being present, and they would just like to reserve official comment until they had a little bit more time to review the proposal. And the County of Lennox and Addington also would like to speak a little bit further with the applicant regarding proposed entrance location in light of this little hiccup with the Conservation Authority as well.
Okay, thank you. Deputy Mayor Kaiser.
I know it's proposed to just defer, but thinking of the water course and thinking of the other properties that have entrances that traverse the same water course, is there not any precedence in that it's not that significant? It's seasonal at best. The property that's sort of kitty corner across the road traverses it easily. I don't see a restriction there that this should be more restricted than other ones that are already in place. And and also looking at where it cuts across the corner, it looks like there's room. Could the county allow for it to be close enough to the dividing boundary that it avoids it altogether anyways?
Through your worship, that's exactly what the county is hoping can be achieved, though the lot lines that are proposed may just need to be slightly massaged to allow that to occur. The Conservation Authority really wants to have complete avoidance of the water course rather than having to traverse over it. And so the county just wants to have a little further discussion with the property owner to see if that is palatable to avoid that water course. And the county does have either one very large or two medium-sized culverts underneath the road, and they don't want any future entrances to conflict with those as well.
Thank you.
Anything further? If not, you do have a recommendation that we receive the information of the preliminary report and further that the application be deferred to a future meeting as requested by Quinte Conservation Authority to permit the completion of an environmental impact study and floodplain survey to confirm that a potential building site can be supported on the severed lot. All in favor? No, guess maybe I better get it on the books first. Deputy Mayor Kaiser, Councillor McCormack. Any further comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion? Opposed? Motion is carried. Thank you. Motion for adjournment. Deputy Mayor Kaiser, Councillor Fennell, all in favor of that motion? Motion is carried. See you at 7 o'clock for the regular session.